Your Hedera HBAR has done a 100x since it came out a few years ago, and your HBAR can also reach $15 plus in the next few years. And in today's video, I am going to show you exactly why. So this is extremely important, and you want to watch all the way through because we're going to speak about all things Hedera HBAR in today's video. Now, shout out to you if you hold HBAR, because this is what the website looks like right here. And we're going to take a look at the history of HBAR and the Hedera website and what it looked like, because back in 2018, so about 4 years ago, this is what the website looked like. And not many of you have ever seen this. So we're going to take a look at the history of Hedera HBAR and how it has done it 100x in the past few years. So Hedera HBAR right now is sitting at about 6.5 cents, and the market cap of HBAR is sitting at around $3.4 billion. But if we take a look at the market cap of HBAR about a few years ago, because this is where we are today, but if we scroll all the way back down here to about 2019, we will see the market cap of HBAR was sitting at around 12 or $15 million, okay? Back here it was basically a zero, but obviously it still had like somewhat of a market cap. But in November of 2019, so about 3 years ago, just 3 years ago, we had a market cap of $16 million. And some of you were investing in Hedera HBAR back then, so congratulations. But anyways, from 16 million, we basically have done a 100x to reach a $1.5 billion market cap and a $3.4 billion fully diluted market cap. So we have done over a 100x since just 3 years ago. Literally in 3 years, the Hedera ecosystem has gone up 100x. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video why we can reach $15 plus in the next few years as well. Now, again, this is the website of Hedera HBAR right now in 2022. It shows all of the amazing partnerships we have with some of the biggest organizations and companies and nonprofits and universities around the world, like Boeing, Google, IBM. They need no introduction. LG, ServiceNow, Santander Bank, the largest bank, or Standard Bank, the largest bank in Africa, Shinhan Bank, so many big banks around the world. And we compare Hedera HBAR to Ethereum, Bitcoin. You've all seen this website. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but this is where Hedera HBAR was about 3-4 years ago. Okay, this was from 2018. At the end of 2018, it showed hello future, hello HBAR, hello everyone. And again, it shows the Hedera HashGraph platform and basically the consensus algorithm. And we spoke just a little bit about the Hedera HashGraph Council, but we did not have any council members yet. So this was basically at the very beginning of Hedera HBAR, and they were calling for all builders, okay? They wanted to get more exposure, and they were just getting started. But then if we take a look a year later in 2019, this is what Hedera looked like. Now, this is basically when I started in researching Hedera HBAR, was towards 2020. And I remember when they still had this picture right here of someone looking up to the stars, but it says how it's been their internet for too long. Now it's time to make it yours. And this is when we started adding some council members like Swisscom Blockchain. I don't know what happened to them, but we had like Nomura, we had T-Mobile, and basically this is crazy. It's crazy to see this website and how far we've come. And this is also when we had teams finally developing on Hedera. It took about a year or two for teams to start building on Hedera, and some of these applications are no longer around, but basically Hedera has been around. Hedera has been growing every single year, year after year, and it's crazy to see this. And then this was the Hedera HBAR website in 2020. Yes, literally, they added animations right here. Hello future is still the slogan of Hedera HBAR. I love it. This is literally when I started investing, and this is the first time I heard about Hedera HBAR. Actually, I heard about them before, but this is when I started investing. And this is when they had Google, for example, IBM, LG, some of the largest organizations in the world started learning about Hedera in about 2020, late 2019. And this is when we added the comparison between Hedera HBAR and Bitcoin and Ethereum. and it shows the consensus algorithm, the cryptocurrency wallet, all of that. They finally put metrics like basically the transactions per day, how many accounts we had, and it's crazy. We have over 1 million accounts today in 2022, but just 2 years ago we had less than 100,000 accounts. So we have come a long way and we are just getting started. And some of these applications right here are still on Hedera, and this is when Hedera really started picking up steam, like AdsDAX, a big application on Hedera, Tata Communications, they're a big company using Hedera, Coupon Bureau. So many big companies and organizations and applications started building on Hedera in 2020. So this is exciting. Like, I love to see this. And then in 2021, last year, this is what the website looked like. They basically changed it to a globe right here, and they showed you all of the different council members. And this is when probably a lot of you started learning about Hedera HBAR during the bull run last year. And again, hello future. And we added more council members, but the page is not loading. Actually, give it a second, we'll come back to it. Again, the comparison between Hedera, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, the services we provide, all of the applications here building on Hedera, like Galaxy, a big application that's now finally building on Hedera. It was started in 2021, power transition, and so much more. And then again, like for example, in 2020, we had less than 100,000 accounts, and then a year later, we had about 400,000 accounts. And then today, in 2022, we have over 1 million. So in a few more years, we'll have 5 million, 10 million accounts easily on Hedera HBAR. Now, again, these are some of the, like Chainlink Lab was added to us last year. Standard Bank was added to us last year. Like Shinhan Bank joined us last year. There are so many big organizations that started coming on, and we have a lot more left in 2022 and beyond. Like for example, Hedera right now has about 26 council members. Okay, this is a Hedera Global Governing Council that literally own and govern Hedera HBAR. Like, we don't have a CEO anymore. A lot of people think Hedera is centralized and it's controlled by 1 or 2 people. No, the CEO and founders basically stepped down from their positions, and now they are letting some of the biggest organizations and companies in the world govern and run Hedera HBAR. So right now we have about 26 positions filled, and we still have about 13. Like, all of these positions will be filled, and maybe companies like Microsoft, like Apple, like some of the biggest companies in the world might join us in the next few years. Okay, so this is pretty exciting, and that is why we're just getting started. We have the largest growth fund ecosystem project basically in the whole world. Okay, about $5 billion worth of Hedera HBAR was put aside last year for funding and growth of the Hedera ecosystem. Okay, and if we compare that to Algorand or even Binance, like Binance has the second largest at $1 billion, but Hedera HBAR has $5 billion worth of funding put aside. So that's basically showing you the growth that's going to happen in the next few years. And also remember, we are 10 times faster than other blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum. We are carbon negative. So BlackRock, Vanguard, some of the largest organizations in the world that control trillions of dollars want to invest in economically friendly blockchains, right? So what's better than being carbon negative? So instead of putting off pollution to the world, we're basically helping the world. We're carbon negative, we're not carbon positive. So I want you to understand that. And always predictable gas fees. So CBDCs are coming, okay? Central bank digital currencies all around the world, and countries need to know how much a transaction will cost. If one day a transaction costs 1 cent and then the next day it's $1 and then it just fluctuates, that's bad. They want to know exactly how much it will cost them to run a CBDC on Hedera, for example. And that is another feature of Hedera. And again, the governing council member is just getting started. And this is why we are much better for the world. Like Bitcoin it uses so much electricity per transaction, okay? This is basically at 3 million watt hours per transaction. And Hedera HBAR is all the way down here. We use way less electricity than Visa, Algorand, Tezos, Polkadot, Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. And that is why Hedera HBAR has come a long way. It has done a 100x from just about 3 years ago, and we are just getting started. Now again, Hedera HBAR is sitting at about 6 cents as I'm recording this video, but I believe that if Hedera, and when Hedera, because it's only a matter of time that we reach Bitcoin's current market cap of 427 billion, and yes, Hedera can do that, one HBAR will be worth over $18, okay? Which is an upside of 286x from today's prices if the circulating supply stays the same. But obviously the circulating supply will go up. But also remember that Bitcoin, for example, reached about $1.2 trillion in terms of market cap last year. So this is a conservative estimate of 400 billion, because last year Bitcoin reached over $1 trillion in terms of market cap. So that is why I say your Hedera HBAR has done a 100x and it will reach $15 in the next few years.